Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Pieces of Alice, and I am your host, Alice Boswell. How are you? I know I wasn't here last week. Had some family issues that I had to take care of, and just couldn't get on. But I'm here this week, and this week I think I have a really great conversation for you, and it's in regards to being bullied. Being bullied is not just for children, but for adults as well. We're going to get into tonight. I am doing Blog Talk Radio, and I am doing YouTube Live, YouTube Live. So I'm actually trying this and see how it works out for me. I think on the YouTube, I need a new camera, right? Because it's like a little fuzzy. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it, but let's get started. How's that? Because I think this is, and I'll tell you why I decided to talk about this tonight. But I want to get to some announcements first. First, let's talk about Just Me Magazine. Make sure you visit Just Me Magazine at www.justmemagazine. First, for those that's on YouTube, follow. Yeah, subscribe. It's somewhere down here. I don't think it's up here, but it's down here. Go ahead and subscribe. If you're on Blog Talk Radio, go ahead and follow the show so we can stay updated. Um, and that's it, right? Oh, you can follow me on Instagram and you can follow me on Facebook. I actually just started my own Facebook page. It's Pieces of Alice radio show. So it just says Pieces of Alice. You can look for Alice Boswell or at Pieces of Alice Live and follow me there as well for the show. So you can stay updated with everything I'm doing. I'm so excited. Hey, and also, well, we're going to go through it. So, Just Me Magazine, check out Just Me Magazine. So each month I have put out a new issue of Just Me Magazine. The new issue for February will be coming out in a couple of more weeks. And don't always remember the tagline. Just Me Magazine, you don't have to be a celebrity to be a star. All right, that's for everybody. Pieces of Alice. Um, Follow Pieces of Alice at www.piecesofalice.com. All right, now I am so excited because I really just finished the whole website, and it looks good to me. It looks good, and I'm very proud of 'em because of it. Now, Pieces of Alice is geared around adults ages 45 and up, and it's about living your life no matter the age. It's about having support that you need when you want to try something new. It's about having resources to help you succeed in whatever it is you want to do. And it's also knowing that you're never too old and it's never too late to follow your dreams. This is actually about grown folks living. So I have started a membership. You can go on to piecesofalice.com and you can join the membership club. It's a private club. $10 a month. You get definitely resources, a community. We have a face. You want to just check it out and see what's going on. Go to the Facebook Live group, which is grown folks life. All right, and but I believe once you now it's just getting started. So if you get over there and you don't see anybody in there, you're just like, oh, it's two people there. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Join, invite your friends, and let's be a community together of everything we want to do. But just because you're 45 and over, our life don't start. Live life. Do whatever you want to do. Travel, start a business, go to acting. Again, I think I mentioned this the last time I was here. I have, been in acting since 2007. 2012. I did the first one with To Kill a Mockingbird. And then I did Black Girl Magic. She Means War. My third film, the first live film that I was actually able to do, I got cast for rather, um, Broke AF, which you can see on YouTube right now, or go to piecesofalice.com and you can see there. And I also have videos up of everything else I have done. And then I just got cast in, and I hope if you're in Chicago, I hope you come out and see me. I cast in Adultish, and it's a play offer Big, starring Tom Hanks back in the 80s. So I hope you come out and see it. So it's actually, I got to put my glasses on. I'm older. That is going to be seen on February 23rd at the Al Lawson Prairie Center for the Arts in Schaumburg, Illinois. Um, and this is a B-side production written and directed by Maurice Prophet. Right. He is awesome. And he's a really great director and really great playwright. So I hope you come out and see us. If you decide you want to get the tickets, just go to B-side production, no S, B-side production, or just go to piecesofalice.com and the information is right there on the events page. And be sure at checkout that you just put my name, Pieces of Alice referred you. I also have another event coming up, which is February 16th, and that is stand up community for women and children. So this is going to be a conversation of all men talking about protecting our women, children, and the issues that we have going on in our community. So I really hope you join us for that too. That is a free event. You can also find that at piecesofalice.com and at justmemagazine.com. Yeah, so I hope you can come to that event as well. Give a donation if you need to, if you want to, not if you need to, but if you want to. Let's get started with the show. How's that? I got all my announcements out. I do believe I'm in the play Adulterers. I want you to come and see me on that. I am so excited. You just don't know. For those that can't see me on the radio, because you can't, unless you look at me on YouTube, that's where you go. I am excited. I am so excited. I have a great part. So my part actually go from happy to sad to angry to relieved, in a span of hour and a half. And me just being a freshman in acting is amazing. It's just amazing. I'm actually doing this. So I'm happy. I'm so happy. So some things that I want to do for 2019 and I'm doing it. And each day that we wake up, we could do anything we want. And I can. I have been through a lot in my life. Um, and it's okay because I'm learning and I'm still learning. Right. So, again, follow me here on YouTube. Follow me here on Blog Talk Radio. Go to Facebook and follow me there as well. So we can all do this together. And also join the Facebook group that I have just, what I call it a club. Join the club. All right. Is grown folks living life, and we are grown. We're over 45 and we're doing it. We don't have to let our life stop because we got older. Right. I think the experience actually helps us more than hinder us. All right. So being bullied. I was helping one of my friends move today, and Bizzle, she's a comedian. She's moved, so she was moving, and I was helping her move. And I was talking to someone that was there, which is another. Her name is Teresa, and her niece passed away. 13 years old. I'm sorry I don't have her name, but she's 13 years old, and she killed herself because she's being bullied. And it actually just, I don't, it did do something because it brings back memories from myself that I was bullied, and for a child, and that's a child, 13 years old, she bullied. She had a deformity in her arm. I want to say, and if I'm looking at the picture, maybe it's a right arm. And I guess the kids teased her that she couldn't take it anymore. Teresa was explaining to me that she got straight A's, very, very smart girl. But she just couldn't take the bullying anymore. She just her mom had talked to her the day that she passed away. Mom talked to her and said, "Hey, I'm gonna come. I got your report card. I'm gonna come and take you to get something." And by the time she got there, the young lady had passed away. She found her hanged in the closet. I think she told me. Sad thing. You know, bully when you bully somebody, people understand the extent of what's going on. Okay, so I can talk about okay. I was bullied. I was bullied from the time I can remember, from being all the way up to high school. And eventually I just left high school because I couldn't anymore. Um, it's a real thing, and it's a hard it's hard. It's hard. It's it's just terrible. Um, fight almost every day in school. If I had to fight on the block, I had to, you know, fight fight at school, fight on the block. Raised on the west side of Chicago. We moved to the south side of Chicago. Wasn't no better because I'm fighting over there as well. I really didn't have, I was pretty much a loner. Um, with some other things that was happening in my life at the time that I have before on my show. I don't, I'm not going to say I had a bad childhood. Unforgettable childhood. I'll say that. I remember there's a lot of things that I went through. It could change my perception about life because I was bullied. Nobody was there. And I didn't have anyone to listen to. So, as I was doing research on, I ran across a story about a young boy, um, 10 years old. Parents found him. He had hanged himself because he was being bullied by his classmates in Kentucky. He had a colostomy bag. So the kids was teasing him. He couldn't take it anymore, so he hung himself. You know, you have kids that being bullied and then they go get a gun and they want to shoot and kill everyone. When this I say it's a real thing, and I've been through it, it is a real thing. I didn't want to go to the stream. I think probably have thought about killing myself because I was tired of being alone, but I didn't go through with it. It doesn't make it. Um, it doesn't make. Everybody has their own way of coming out of it. And this, for me, not to hurt myself, but to hurt others was not good for me. I think when people are being bullied, we need to pay more attention. And I want to go over some signs. I can relate to a lot of these signs when it comes um, to being bullied. Right? So you clearly understand when you are bullied, it does alter the um, it, it, it alters the brain, right? It messes with your your ego. You know, believe me, it's sad. But I'm not gonna cry because it was a terrible thing for me. I mean, I remember one time I went to May school. Chicago, and I literally had to freaking run from school every day. And I was not a thin child, not a thin child person now, but I was not a thin child. So I got picked with all the time, right? All the time. And it was not good for me. Not good for me at all. Let's go over the 10 signs that you can recognize when someone is being bullied. Unexplained injuries. This, and it's awfully said that most victims of being bullied, the behavior will attempt to hide any trace that they are being hurt, scars, purple bruises from legs, backs, whatever. They're gonna, and it goes from, and it's not doing it to them being bullied. You have to realize it's also self harm. They're cutting themselves. They're socially withdrawn. They're um, suicidal thoughts. Most children don't talk about the suicidal thoughts. So this is something we have to definitely dig into to see what's communicate children and communicate. And just so we can be clear, adults can be bullying people out there. Um, Changes in appetite. You have they lose weight, they're gaining weight, they're eating too much, they're binging on food. They just change, and that also can go sexual abuse. Okay, they want to change the way they look because they don't want the person who's bothering them to feel sexual to them anymore. Um, or they're at school and they don't eat their food because somebody's taking it from it's they're taking it from them. By the time they get home, they're so hungry. You think they're just gorging. Well, it's a lot, but those are signs that we need to see. 3, frequent sick days. They're always at the doc. They're always at the nurse's station. They always have a headache. Always have a tummy ache. You want to that can definitely be a sign. What I did find, as I was doing my research, the U.S. Department of Justice and Education found in 2011 um, that 5% of 12 to 18-year-olds admitted missing school because they were being intimidated by another student, all right, or work or whatever. Teased because, let me see, when I was in school, I got teased because none of the girls really liked me. The boys did. So I got it from 2 ways. Boys trying to F me, and then the girls definitely fighting me every day. Big ass. Boys want to touch it. Girls jealous of it. That's the only thing I can think of. And it just wasn't fit for me. So I had a friend, my friend, and she said that she said, if you look in the mirror, she said, you see that you are very ugly. You're black and you're ugly. And I thought that was the only friend that I had. And I remember going to the bathroom right after she said it, and I put soap all over my face, and it was white soap. And I'm like, well, if I keep this soap on my face, maybe I'll look better. You know. Um, and then we talk about years down the line, abuse that has happened to him. But said they're sitting across from table from me. He comes over and he's like, "Hey, you are pleasant to look at." And at that instance, I just like drew back because I'm like, I think he really meant it as a compliment, and he did. I don't think he but I'm like, okay, do I take this as a compliment or what? Who says that to somebody? You're pleasant to look at, and when you have been bullied and abused, it's your brain goes in a different way things and I reverted back. But okay, let's get back to it. You're missing items. Your child, you know, were missing clothes. They left looking one way. They come back with another way. They always missing books, jewelry. They don't have these things. Their grades suffer. Um, they have to do self harm again. As I mentioned earlier, cut themselves. Binge, anorexia, all of that is in there. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a therapist, but I know what I've been through. I was more withdrawn than anything. So by the time I hit high school and I was able to, because I couldn't go be in her house and not be in school, but I didn't want to be there anymore. I felt that nobody loved, so I left. Nobody liked me. It was no need for me to be there, and I got tired of being picked on all the time. So I became withdrawn, and that's myself. And I read a lot of books. Probably not the books that should have been helping me build myself up. And I read more. I think my favorite author at the time was Stephen King. So I was reading a lot of Stephen King books and a lot of romance books. Anything that was romance or Stephen King, I was there reading. Um, Isolate, which goes with being withdrawn from family and friends. Avoidance, skipping school and they're missing the bus on purpose. Loss of sleep. This is a really big one. When you're being bullied, it is very, very stressful, very stressful. I was very, you know, I didn't want to go to school. Stress. I didn't sleep well at night because sometimes I would think about I'm gonna go to school, which way I'm gonna come back home from school. Um, I remember one time I was at school, high school, and this is right before I decided to leave. And I said I couldn't do it anymore. I just decided to go get a. I just left school and went straight to. At the time, you can just go get your GED, and that's what I did. Went and got a GED and went to Olive Harvey College. Anyway, I was at school and some girls was picking with me, and I on the bus, and I just happened to be on the same bus with them. I got off bus, and I walked from 103rd in Vincennes all the way to 113th and King Drive. Now, if you're in Chicago, that's a big difference. So, um, again, you know, I down the line how to after the age of 40 how to talk up for myself because the abuse didn't stop it and I didn't seek help. It didn't stop when I left school. Um, I allow it to come back and I must allow it to come back into my life. And I kept surrounding myself by getting into relationships that wasn't good for me at all. So it wasn't until after 40 where I decided to stop having sex, stop having a relationship with men and learn about myself and protect how to, protect myself and all of that. And it was it's a lot. When you are being bullied, I want to say this. When you are being bullied and you feel that you have anybody to talk to, pick up a phone and grab. I'm going to put some information in YouTube down here. And I'm going to put some information on Blog Talk Radio, a number where you can call to get some help. And the help, sometimes you just have to have somebody that you could talk to. And I wished and prayed at the time that I had somebody to talk. I did not just feel like I did, and I know how you feel when you're being bullied. You don't think you have anybody to talk to. Even now, I'm a loner, than I am with a whole bunch of people. I can be around a lot of people. I was just telling my girlfriend tonight, you get, I said, it's not loneliness where you, okay, it's not loneliness where I know I have friends, I know I have family that loves me. It's loneliness because I want somebody special in my life. So that's a totally different thing. Um, but you still want somebody that you could trust, that you could talk to, that you can hold a conversation with, and that's what I want. Um, when you're being bullied, you feel the same way. You want someone that you can have a conversation with, that can help you, that can listen to you, that can guide you, that can assist you. And I don't want you to think that there's nobody out there. There is someone out there. So I'm gonna put some information down, and you can talk. If you have to, you can send me an email, pieces of Alice live@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to talk to you. Like I said, I've been through it. I've been teased about some of everything, fatness, my, um, everything. So, didn't have the right clothes, didn't look to the girls. Um, it's hair not long, hair too short. It could be so much, and it could be heartbreaking. And for these two children, that one that I just heard about today, 13, and she hung herself, and she was a straight A student. And then the 10-year-old boy, 10, he hung himself because his classmates was teasing him. And then you got the rest of them that don't hang, but they go and kill everybody else. Say it, but that's what happens. And it's not just black. It's just not white. This is systemic between kids bullying other kids that cause them to act a certain way, and we need to find a way to help these children. And if you're late and you feel that you don't have anywhere to go, you do. You do have someone that, so somebody is out there to talk to you. Just pick up the phone. That's something I wish I had done. And I think my life would have probably been a little bit better at the age of 20. I had just did that, but I didn't. So um, that is the show. Um, and to bullying. Um, if you're seeing someone being bullied, speak up. If speak up. I know it's a hard thing to say because I didn't do it, but speak up. Let people know being bullied. Okay. Um, that is my show, and this is Pieces of Alice. If you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, follow the Blog Talk Radio Shadow. Actually, go over to my Facebook page. I have a professional page. You can go over there. It's Alice Boswell at Pieces of Alice Live, and follow me. And and be sure you Pieces of Alice Live membership. Go on over there to Grown Folks Live. All right. I want to thank you, and I will see you next PM. Bye. I hope to see you